Hello everyone, welcome to Alphawisdom. I'm Mystic Cassandria. Today we're going to be talking about like a preamble, we'll call that, a preamble to the mounts on the hand. We're going to be talking about distance, like longitude and latitude. Okay, let's get started. Now on your screen you see the introduction. I usually give you an introduction before we actually get into the lesson. This is what we're talking about today. And as you see, we have the zones of the hand. These zones tell us about our personality traits, innate talents, and energy level. Okay, we leave that. Now what we're looking here is an illustration of a hand. It's like it's a little undone based on how you've been seeing it. All we have here are lines, major lines. This is life, this is head, and this is heart lines, okay? Now, since I've already told you the zone category, the hand is divided into 6 primary zones and then into 8 mounts, known scientifically as thinner elevations. Very much like the division of a geographic region, such as into counties and towns. While the 6 zones provide a general orientation regarding latent capacities and outward expression, the 8 mounts, once we get there, they reveal the far more specialized information that we need for a thorough character analysis. If you're analyzing or reading a poem, you need the mounts. Okay, now before we take a look at what the longitudinal zones look like, let's just have an idea of what you're going to be seeing. Now there will be vertical lines because longitudinal refers to vertical. Vertical lines between the index and the middle finger coming straight down to the wrist. And then we have from the middle finger, between the middle finger and the ring finger, the line coming down. All right? So the results would be like this. Here we are. So here we can call this, just for now, like the first one. First zone, it says active conscious zone and has to do with material. Okay? We go to the passive next. We'll come back to this. The one at the end, the outer side, is the passive subconscious zone. Passive. This is active, this is passive. And in the middle, zone of balance between the two. Okay, so let's find out something about this one that's active, the first one. All right, the first division forms the active conscious zone, which represents the energy we consciously apply in our dealings with the material world. It relates to the assertion of the ego in daily life on both an intellectual and a concrete level. It is the region of practical knowledge, outward movement, and the applications of principles in our work, study, and relationships. So we will skip momentarily this one and go to this one first. The zone opposite of this one, the one on the other side, this represents our hidden energy reserve, or the passive subconscious. It relates to our innate creativity, emotional awareness, and instinctual capacity. All right, so we've had the active, we've had the passive, and let's take a look at this one. This is the zone of balance between the two of them. This serves as a meeting place where these different energies can blend. This is an area where we often find the line of Saturn. Here's Saturn, which is also called the life task, which moves up from the base of the palm toward the middle finger. It speaks to career, movement in life, and the degree to which we found our niche in the world. All right? We'll be getting into more of this in later videos next week. All right, let's take a look at this. We're going to latitudinal. Now, that means the lines are going horizontally. So we have two. This is upper, this is middle, and this is on the end. All right, so let's take this one first. The first one. All right, the first division. It's the emotional or the conscious zone. It represents our active link with the world around us. Depending on the amounts that lie within this area, it is the zone of emotional expression, the application of power, inspiration, ambition, artistic creation, and business acumen. All right, so the loans, the amounts that are in this area would be somewhere around here and here. All right, let's go on to the lower one, or the one on the end, and that would be instinctive subconscious zone. This represents the zone of our primary motivating forces. This is the zone of our deepest and most hidden desires. Remember the name, subconscious, instinctive subconscious. Now, to balance these two, let's go to this one. It's the middle division, or the middle one. The middle horizontal zone is the practical zone of balance. It is the region of logic, common sense, and reason. And it represents the blending of thought and feeling. It is the area that filters and absorbs our subconscious drives and helps guide them toward concrete expression. It integrates our aspirations and intellectual abilities with our physical and instinctual drives. So in summary, we can say no matter how far emotionally the person goes here, or subconsciously, this is the zone that tends to keep it in balance. So there are no extremes. It may be extreme here or here, but this tends for it to really come out in an expressive or feeling form by the individual. This is the area that shows balance, or you might think of it as common sense. And that applies to this side also. All right? So when these two are put together, then we have the final result, which is this one. These are the mounts, the locations of them. Now, there are a few others, but these are the major ones. And these names you've heard many times. Of course, you know Mercury, Apollo, Saturn, and Jupiter. And just below, that would be the mount. This is Mars upper. This is Mars lower. This is Venus. This is Luna. So you're familiar with those. But we're going into more detail next week, and we'll see how things work out. I hope you're finding this interesting. It is, because it tells you a lot about yourself, or if you're going into reading a palm, it tells you a lot about the person. So thanks for watching. Give a thumbs up if you like this. Share and subscribe. Welcome to the new subscriber. Thank you. Glad you're here. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Love yourself. Love and light. Bye.